Alright, it's Metalhead Box time. Alright, just like I figured, the mailman did bring me the Metalhead Box. So let's take a look at what's in here. This is the monthly subscription service. If you're not aware, I do these videos every month. I've been getting it now for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months now. 4 or 5 months. October, November, December, 6 months maybe. Anyway, and so yes, I have subscribed to the classic metal and power metal as a secondary, and usually these come with, I have the 2 vinyl edition box, no t-shirt, no CDs, and then there always comes in with some extras which tend to be more on the extreme metal side because those are kind of generic for everybody. So we will see. Of course, this is usually an introduction to music that I'm not aware of. Now, sometimes I run across other people opening their boxes. I run across the Metalhead Facebook group, which I did see this month, but I didn't see the bands most likely that I would get. But I did see the pin, and I had no idea who this was, so I'm glad I did glance at that. And this is a band called Emperor. They're a death metal band of some sort. I only saw this. I did a search online and saw this picture, but it was really obscure. It's not like it was on an album cover and things. So anyway, that's one of the little enamel pins, which I would tend to put back here on my board. All right. Up next, we have a 7-inch. This is probably an extra and not part of the normal box. I can tell from the cover that it is probably a little more on the extreme side. But that is cool. I can handle some. It depends. Gatekeeper, Bell of Tarantia, and Hades Triumphant. All right, so obviously they're on the darker side. Funeral Circle. Oh, it's 2 bands. Funeral Circle with Hades Triumphant and Gatekeeper with Bell of Tarantia. And like I said, most of these extras like this tend to be more on the extreme metal side because they do the general populace of the Metalhead Box. The Metalhead Box is going to be more extreme metal and not necessarily what I might call, classic metal. But they do have the classic metal stuff. So, all right. So, oh boy, Chrome Division. This is exactly why we get the Metalhead Box. I have no idea who they are. I can see right here though, Nuclear Blast. Now with Nuclear Blast, you come with, you can get all kinds of different things. Nuclear Blast nowadays is sort of like what Metal Blade used to be. In the old days, Metal Blade was the band. Those were the bands to buy because that was where metal was. It's now Metal Blade is real extreme metal, and they don't have as much of the classic. Same with Nuclear Blast. They have a little of everything. A lot of great bands, a lot of great classic metal bands, a lot of great melodic metal bands are on Nuclear Blast, but then a lot of other extreme bands are too. Now, looking at the band, looking at the motorcycle, I just taking an educated guess, I would say that they're probably not super extreme. They just don't look it, So, I am excited to check that out. New band. But I see what the second one is, and there is absolutely no question about the fact that they scored right here. Hammerfall. Yeah, Chapter 5, Unbent, Unbowed, Unbroken. I've got a couple Hammerfall on vinyl. I have all their stuff on CD. Huge Hammerfall fan. And either this is a recent reissue or 2021. I'm sorry, you could put any Hammerfall in my hand. As a matter of fact, I got one in the mail coming that was on the Super Metal Sunday that I picked up last week, and the guy was selling it for a real decent price. So yeah, beefing up the Hammerfall. This is 100% perfect. This is a great album. Hammerfall, power metal band. I've been to them since they first came out. I was attracted to them mainly because of the guy with the hammer on the front of their first album. It was just like, hey, it looks medieval. It looks, kind of superhero-ish. And I bought it strictly on that, and then I got it and fell in love with it and everything they've done since then. So, this 100%, Metalhead Box, you scored big time. This looks really cool, and I'm stoked to check this out and see what this is about. And then yeah, so cool stuff. The pen and everything. Make sure there's nothing else in here. I believe that is all we've got here. So now I'm going to take a quick second break, and I'm just going to check out this other band. I'll be right back and see what we all know. Hammerfall. If you don't know Hammerfall, I don't even need to check them out. That's 100% accurate. I want to check out this other band. I'll be right back. Let me tell you what our thoughts are. Are you kidding me? I'm going to tell you what. These guys sound just like they look. Yeah. This reminds me of a little bit of Wasp with the intensity of Blackie's vocal styles, where it's kind of aggressive. Not so melodic, but not so aggressive that it's hard. It's a melodic aggressive. If that makes any sense. Musically, this is dirty. This is like, it reminds me a bit of Wasp. Don't want to compare them to that. They're a little heavier than Wasp. This, I just sampled a couple tracks, and this is great sounding. These guys are from Oslo, Norway, and this is actually their last album, 2018. I did a quick look up. They've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 albums. It looks like, at least. This is their last. So I will be checking out their other stuff. This, yeah, I mean, you got the bikers and stuff. Think of it as just that kind of it's got a grungy, heavy biker. It starts off with a little intro, acoustical intro. It almost feels like you're going into like a Western theme or a biker theme, acoustic guitar. But yeah, this is top notch. This is another score, Hammerfall score. Now, I moved on just while I was there to double check on this. I was expecting this was an extra to be, again, I figured it might be death metal. The picture looks heavy. The band titles and everything, but no. This is not. This is modern, fairly melodic metal. And yeah, this is the absolute 3 scores in a row. These guys, I don't know anything about these two bands, Funeral Circle and Gatekeeper. But I mean, both of them have great melodic sounding, modern metal type vocals. Definitely not extreme metal at all. Extreme at all, no. Yeah. And these are the kind of cool 7-inches I do like to collect. I know I don't usually collect them, but when I say I don't collect them, it's the typical kind where you just go out and buy the 7-inch singles from the 70s, 80s, 90s. These are special split things where these, songs like that. So I do get these. This is great. The whole box, this is, just score. This is a big score. And like I said, I need a lot more Hammerfall, and I'm glad that I got that. And then this, both of these unknowns, great stuff. Anyway, loving it. Perfect. Thank you again, guys and gals at the Metalhead Box. I will see you all later. Rock on and rock hard.